forums. Unfortunately, I haven't read through all of the threads and some of the main opinions on it. People that are used to Dota and used to having to deal with denies are kind of split 50-50. I think some people would rather have that element in the game because they view it as something that's skillful, and to take it out is kind of, I don't know, they look at it as babying the game, maybe making it a little bit too easy, a little bit too noob-friendly. Other people say that they didn't like the confusion that added, and that really didn't add anything to Dota or to any other game that has it. Heroes of Newerth does have it, and I think a lot of people like that element of it. Personally, I hope that they change that, because I think last hitting and denying was once I realized about it, and this was a long time ago, like how to do it and to practice it, it really made the game, it was like a whole other level that I learned about the game and a whole other element to it that made the game a little bit more fast-paced for me, which was nice. I thought the game was a little slow starting off again, only one hero to micro. That's the chief problem that Warcraft 3 players have with Dota and these game styles is, wow, I only have to control one person. There's no skill in that. So to take away from already that element of the game by making it so you don't have to deny, or that it's not even an option. You're not allowed to hit your own units or towers even. It's very, very frustrating. As a Dota hero, when there's only one hit point left on a tower and the enemies are far from it, and not being able to take it out is just very, very frustrating to me. I wish I could take it out, but I can't. Also, if there's like a hero, an enemy, or an allied hero that's dying from a dot, I love being able to deny a enemy hero kill, or a kill from one of my allies by killing them when there's a doom on them, or the Viper Strike, or anything that does a dot. I always thought that was the coolest thing that says it's been denied by ally or killed by an ally. It's really, very frustrating to those heroes that depend on that damage over time to get kills, to be able to basically not get that kill. I don't know if that means those heroes that have, or the champions that have the damage over time abilities will be used more. Currently, they aren't. I don't see a lot of people using the champions that have those damage over the time abilities very much, but maybe that's something the game will evolve into. What's some of the other things that are bad about the game that a lot of people were saying negative about it? When I first start telling people usually about the rune system and about the mastery tree, they think it's a little unfair, because you do get bonuses for playing the game more. As you play like a level 30 person like me, who is going to have a full set of runes, higher mastery tree, access to the better summoner abilities, versus a level 1 person who just starts playing the game is not going to have any runes until they first play a few games. Then they're going to only have 1 or 3. They're going to have very few runes. They're also not going to have as many points to invest in the mastery trees. They're only going to have that first level summoner abilities. So that gives me a very big advantage. In addition, a big advantage because I've been playing the game longer and maybe played more games. I'm going to have a lot more statistic advantage because I'm going to have better ability power, more health, better movement speed, all that other things. Now, the way the ladder system is supposed to work, and it doesn't work like this now, I don't know if they're going to change it or not, I'm certain they will, is it's supposed to have like an ESS kind of a way to arrange the matches based on your level. So a level 30 person really shouldn't be matched up against a level 1 person. Or if they are matched up against a level 1 person, that level 1 person is going to have like 2 level 30s on their team versus the 1 on the other team. Something in between there is how the system should be working, and I think it's supposed to work similar to that now. However, there's a game style that's basically like arranged teams, it's actually called arranged teams, where I can play with my buddies on my list. So if I just gave a beta key to somebody and they just started playing the game, they're going to be level 1 and I'm going to be level 30, and we're going to join a game together. And based on that, we're going to have a level 1 person in that game who's going to be up against someone who could very much be just like me and have lots of abilities. In fact, they could be up against the whole team just like that. So that it's kind of a negative aspect of the game. However, I think I kind of like the idea that in playing the game longer and getting more experience, I kind of have a reward system for playing it. And those rewards are, the higher talent trees and the higher access to the spell abilities, the summoner spell abilities. and higher access to runes and maybe more rare runes. I kind of deserve that from the level of play that I've been playing and from the time that I spend in the game. It kind of gives something for me to show to other people that I've done. People can look at your profile and see the runes and your spell trees and things like that. And it also gives new players something to kind of aspire to. They're not going to completely be pwned by it. Team ganks are still going to be able to kill a level 30 person with all those crazy rune abilities and things like that. 2 or 3 level 1 people coming up on them have the ability to take them out. It's not going to give me such a crazy advantage early on. It's a nice advantage. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to have a bonus compared to someone who doesn't have them, but it's not unbeatable. Definitely player skill has a lot into it. If you take someone who's very skillful at the game and puts them up against a level 30 person, you'll see what I mean. In fact, that's probably a good way to do some testing on it. So I've been talking for a long, long time. We're talking almost an hour League of Legends talk here. I don't know if I want to keep going on it or not. We got another 5 minutes. I might as well just make it a full round hour, huh? I wish there was more pictures I could show you. I wish there was video I could show you. I'm not even 100% certain if I can include any sound effects from the game. In a future cast, and maybe even in addition to this thing, I want to actually cast a game as I'm playing it and give you guys play-by-play and a shoutcast. Currently, they do not have observer slots where I could watch it, or if they do, I don't know how to access it. So I can't watch games and then just commentate on it like I would shoutcast a normal Dota match or something, or a Warcraft match. The only way I'm going to be able to do that is to kind of talk to you while I'm playing it. I wish I could give you guys a lot of beta keys. I only have an extra 2, I think, and I can't give them away to anybody because I'm saving them for some real-life friends that might want to get into it. I do have really high hopes that some of the team from Riot is probably going to tune into this, or at least talk to me via an email or a private message or something, and give me some access to some other keys that we can give away. Just like Here's a New Earth gave us like 500 keys. I don't expect League of Legends and Riot to give us that many keys, but to give us a few to give out to the people who are especially interested in trying it, especially since they're kind of opening up the NDA now. I think they're doing a lot more stress tests on the servers. You'll see sometimes on Saturdays or on the weekends, on Friday, it's really hard to even get into a game because sometimes the servers lag a little bit. Last time I was going to play with I had 4 friends from Florida that were all going to get into a game, and we were going to play for a few that night. And when we started playing, like, the servers crashed because there was just so many people playing. I'm assuming there was probably some technical reason why it went behind it. I didn't read up on it or figure out why, but that's just the way it is with beta games. World of Warcraft was the same way. I played in the World of Warcraft beta, and the servers would frequently go down, when it was first open because, the servers couldn't handle the stress load or they need to be restarted for whatever reason. It's the same with any game. So this is kind of like expected things that go on as the game's being evolved. I hope I've given you guys a lot of insight into League of Legends, and I hope I'm getting you excited for it. You can find more information about the game, www.leagueoflegends.com. There's a hero list there. It talks about some of the heroes that I might have talked about already. I don't think Dr. Mundo's on there, so that should have been a treat for you guys to hear a little bit about him. He was a relatively new asset. I didn't see him on the front page just yet. League of Legends just got finished at Penny Arcade Expo, which is known as PAX. I believe they're completely done with that now. That was over on the 6th, and today's the 8th. So they should be done with that. There should be some videos available coming up. I don't know if that's going to be accessed just for the people on beta or not. There might be some pictures from PAX and things like that on the front page. I'm sure they're going to slowly release a lot of that information to the public to kind of give everyone teasers. There are some screenshots available on the website. There's character bios, and you can look at some of the different champions' abilities and things like that they have released already. But I think after I'm done with this, maybe I'll wait a little bit to get started. But I want to I will do that podcast of an actual game, of a shoutcast match, and then you guys can get more details on some of the heroes and things like that. So this will be the first one, and I don't know if I'll include both of them in one audio or if I'll release them in 2 separate ways, or in 2 separate files and 2 different updates at WCR. I have talked to some of the higher-ups at WCR, and they're okay with me doing this. It's not Warcraft specific, so it's not you're not really getting any Warcraft content from this, but I think we draw a lot of our comparisons from the games from Warcraft, so it'll be interesting to see. I also look forward to Mr. Cygnus possibly doing something like this. Again, he was very, very excited to be playing it, as am I. And we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. This is Systemshark for WCReplays.com and for League of Legends. Rockin' House. Hello, hello, all my friends.